Okay, finally, episode 13, the unlucky episode for a number of reasons. First off, the price of diesel has gone up from about $5 a gallon to about $7.50 plus around here in California. And my diesel van has been in the shop for about 2 weeks, and it took me 2 weeks to get it into the shop, so I wasn't really driving it. Problem? Particulate filter. The diesel particulate filter is going through regen way too often. It caused another problem downstream or upstream. They had to replace that. I'm going to put a little list together of all the problems I had with the van so far. Thinking back, I was hoping to get the van done at the end of 2025. Didn't happen. I gave it a new date, anniversary date. That was like April 8th, a few days back. Thankfully, my commitment to Joby has been reduced somewhat, and I have scheduled 3-day weekends through Memorial Day. So that is the new goal, to get the van up and running, at least the essential elements of the van up and running by Memorial Day. So let me give you a tour of where we are and what I'm going to do today. Okay, so as you can see, I just hosed down the parking area here. We've got an issue of springtime with pine pollen. It's kind of a lime green. We had rain recently, and I think it's all gone now, so it's cleaned up, but it leaves for a nice clean little parking lot. But quickly, where I am on the van as of this day, the 17th of April. One thing, obviously, any diesel van truck owner needs to know to put the DEF in. And why can't I? There we go. I can monitor this from the while I'm driving, and it's 3/4 right now. And don't confuse DEF with the coolant. And then I'm filling this one up quite frequently, as you can see. That is the wash for the windshield, and I like to keep the windshield clean as I'm driving. Actually, before I move the van, I got to get some of this stuff out of the way. I typically, all the power tools I just move outside so we have a little more room to work. But two things are going in today. This is a box that's going behind the driver's side seat. Again, the toilet will be hidden away there, and it will come out into the shower, the future shower. And this one power supply is going to be right behind the driver's side seat. I'm not too worried about it. And it's going to be perpetually plugged into a 12-volt old cigarette lighter type thing. And we're going to have a little space for the vacuum cleaner. This mattress will actually sit on top. We'll get a little more of that when we get it installed. It'll serve for like the second dining room chair, and basically fold out into a small mini bed when needed, right behind the driver's and passenger seats. All right. Some of the stuff I had to take out of the van when it was in servicing. One of these red bins, I think I'm going to get 2 of them. They will fit in the garage to store stuff. Toolbox, my trusty old plastic toolbox from Piney Point. This box will go under the wheel well on the driver's side, and it'll house, among other things, my outdoor chairs and table, Coleman and Portal. And when not in use, we've got 2 mattresses there. It's not going to really function as a bed because the bed is, once we install it, will be elevated. These are the 2 items I'm going to install today, and I'm just going to tack them down temporarily with a few screws. We're not going to attach them to the walls at this time. And then once that is done, we've got to build the mirror image of this box, and it's not going to be quite as wide. It's going to be asymmetrical. It's going to be the width of the galley. And then once that box is built and installed, we can finally install the galley, and then subsequently the power systems that will be stored right there. And then lastly comes the refrigerator and microwave. So let me get started on this. It's a beautiful day. It's still quite early. What time is it? 3:09. Got plenty of time, plenty of light. All right, so what I absolutely love about being on the back end of Monterey Motorsport Park is there's nobody here but me and my friend Marcus, who works on cars, and he's preoccupied with a charity right now, so he's not here either. And my other friend there in 17, well, he's off, I guess, pursuing a law degree. So anyway, I moved the van to outside of the shop door here, and again, this is the last opportunity to see it in this state. Empty, aside from the water tank, which is just there temporarily, mostly for storage. But first thing we have to do is put this box into the van behind the driver's side seat right there. And I gotta move some of these cables first. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so under this box I've got two wires coming up. One is a standard extension cord. It's going to power the EcoFlow system that's going to sit behind the driver's side seat. The other is sort of optional at this time. You never know, probably need it. I could use it for something else. So anyway, let's see how that fits in there. It's going to fit actually right, that's going to be the corner of it right there. All right, fortunately that crossbeam didn't interfere with that random hole that I placed for access of those two wires. The end of that extension cord plug is a little high for, well, I've got it pushed in there, but basically this will eventually be mounted here and along the base, and then up here with plus nuts. But right now let's put it together and see what it looks like. Okay, as we have a jet taking off, there is the half-inch plywood bottom that will house the toilet when it's not in use, and the EcoFlow power system. I think I'm going to line the inside of this box with some phenolic laminate I have for some extra fire protection, just in case. Just me. Well, it's out. Here's a little background on the toilet I'm going to use. It's called Trilino. And it's this one is the cheapest, smallest one you can buy, and it's not for somebody that is a bit on the heavy side. But apparently a bag goes in here, and the pee goes in there, and you have a plug for the pee as well. So that'll be for like emergency uses only, like maybe in the middle of the night, you know. So we'll see how that fits, and then the EcoFlow Delta Max, I'm sorry, EcoFlow Delta 3 Max, that's the Renegade power system I got. And then I'm going to house the vacuum cleaner in there, because you really need a vacuum to keep this front area clean, especially when you go to the beach. So let's pack all this in, see if it fits. Amazingly, all three fit. There's the toilet for emergency use, the vacuum, and there'll be a bin for the accessories, and then it's kind of odd not to have access to the power system, but I have access through my iPhone, and the top is designed to come off. That would be in event of a fire. Probably wouldn't have the option to pull it out, but again, I think I may line this particular box with some phenolics that I have. All right, there it is with the removable top in place, and again, this will function as the second seat, as I'll show you in a moment, for dining, and in the future it'll expand out into a very small 25-inch wide cot. I'll show you that a little later, but let's first just put a cushion on that, flip the seat around, and see how that works. In back of the driver's side for a pull-out table, it'd be quite small, 24 by 30 maybe, and it would accommodate one passenger and one person sitting here for a meal. If, for example, it was raining outside and you didn't want to sit outside on your nice little chairs, or you'd be attacked by mosquitoes. So segue to tomorrow, the big box goes in. My friend Raul is still up in Sacramento taking care of business, but again, I think I can manage getting that in. I'm not going to try it tonight, it's too late, And then here's some of the gear that's going to go in. We're going to go through everything, take an inventory of what's going in on this side of the van, on the driver's side of the van. So I think that's it for tonight.
All right, home in Pacific Grove. A little entertainment going on tonight at the Monarch. Here we go. Look at this.
All right, we are into day 2 of the Sea Otter Classic. I'm not involved at all, and got my friendly crows here waiting for a little breakfast. Today we're going to install the other box, and I'm here by myself this weekend, which is wonderful. But this box is again the Baltic birch, 1/2-inch plywood. I've got some rollers that I can use to load it up, I think, without ease, and then I can put all this other stuff inside that box. Granted, the wheel well is going to take up a lot of space, but here goes. All right, so here's the Baltic birch box in place. Again, 1/2-inch Baltic birch. I didn't mind the extra weight to offset the weight on this side, which is water, well, will be water. And obviously that's going to weigh a lot more than just an empty box here, but there's surprisingly a lot of space in here. And again, this is going to house the chairs and table for outdoors, a toolbox, and whatever else I can fit in there. So we'll see. And again, we've got 2 of these cushions, but the bed will be elevated up there, and that's the last thing we're going to put in the van. Okay, time for a little break. We're losing the sun to our classic coastal clouds that roll in at any time. And I decided to grill myself a burger. Again, the Sea Otter Classic is in full force, and it's a beautiful weekend. So there's tourists everywhere, so this is the safest place to be. Grilled myself a burger, grass-fed, and my friends the crows are enjoying some of the bun, so I don't have to eat all those carbs. But anyway, I'm going to finish up putting in those 2 boxes. I've got issues now with the shower and the refrigerator. A smaller van, got to find a solution for both. All right, just to conclude episode 13, the DPF Dilemma episode. The van is up and running, and actually installed a little carpeting here. It's probably temporary. I bought that carpet squares as samples, and here's the box we put in this week. In the box is the Delta Max, EcoFlow Delta Max, and the little portable toilet, which will only be used in emergencies. I also spent some money on an electric heater that goes under the name Vornado, and it's about $150. Steel cabinet, much better than the cheap ones. They don't recommend putting electric heaters in RVs, but I think I got to be okay with my power system. And then finally, the big box back here is in, and then I'm going to utilize these Husky bins to store stuff, at least temporarily. So next, we've got to make a mating box for the passenger side to cover the water heater, to cover the water tank, and then I can put in the galley right here. So this is going to be a take.